Welcome to the Vlog.
Hello, and welcome to Easy Does It. For this week's Easy Does It, I'm going to be going over Vape Train Australia's Orange Marmalade. Now, looking on ELR and ATF, there aren't any other Orange Marmalade flavours available on those. So, in a little bit of a unique position where this is the only flavour that's showing on there. So I haven't got any other flavours to compare it against. But going on to the use of this, on ELR it's used in 98 recipes, and on ATF it's used in 24 recipes. Now the median and average percentages used are pretty close between ELR and ATF. On ELR it's used at a median of 2%, and on ATF it's used at an average of 2.1% in a mix. Now I tested this at 4% on a Bonza dual coil RDA with 0.13 ohm Flaptons NI80 running at 100 watts. Now what I got was a realistic orange flavour, followed by a nice sweet and sticky mouthfeel, like I'd actually just eaten a marmalade. This has got a medium mouthfeel to it in thickness. There are some notes of an orange zest there, or a rind-like note. It's a fairly sweet concentrate. The only thing that I had with the only problem I had with this was for a marmalade I'd actually expect it to be a little bit tangy, have a little bit of a tartness to it. Now that isn't there for this. There is a very slight tartness which you get from the rind-like note, or the zest note, but it's not as strong as I'd actually expect it to be from a marmalade. But saying that, this does actually do a very good job of replicating a marmalade in a vape. You get the sweetness of a jam, followed by, as I said, that very nice realistic orange flavour. I compare this to a high quality store-bought marmalade, so a mass-produced marmalade, as opposed to a homemade one. If it was a homemade marmalade, it would be a lot tartar, because you'd put a lot more zest into it, a lot more of that rind. There aren't any off notes to this, and the sweetness is actually in line with it being a jam. Now you may want to put some sweetener to this to actually boost the sweetness up, but for me this is just the right amount of sweetness. Now I'd actually use this with other oranges, other citrus fruits. Now if you added a lemon to this, or a slightly tartar orange, you could actually boost those notes up yourself, those tart notes, to get the perfect marmalade for you. But without actually mixing any other oranges or apricots or anything else with this is pretty good as a standalone vape if you want to vape an orange marmalade on its own. But it also works really well in mixes and plays really well with others. It's fairly versatile in that it can also be used in beverages, creams, custards, and this would also work very well in bakeries, especially pastry types, so something like a Danish or a croissant. those type of pastries. This would actually work quite well as a cake filling, because it's got that medium thick mouthfeel to it. This would actually sit quite nicely in the middle of a mix. So you could actually get the taste of a cake first, then you'd get the marmalade, and then you get your underlying flavours. So it would actually feel as if it had been sandwiched into a cake. Now, looking at recipes those used in, Nick Evans uses it in his apricot jam recipe. So he's taken the orange marmalade, he's added apricot to it, a little bit of sweetener, just to actually bend that apricot by using the marmalade into an apricot jam. Hibadare, Joey Hendricks, uses it in her OCD mix, which is a croissant with a nice marmalade filling, and it works really well in that. You do get that croissant, and then you get the orange marmalade, and it actually tastes like the marmalade is inside the croissant. And I've also used it myself, paired it with gin to actually create a recipe called Juniper Express, which is gin and marmalade infusion, so like a cocktail mix. Actually played really well with that as well, so I can see this being quite versatile with alcohols. You might be able to create your own amaretto with this, because it has got that sweetness there, and yeah, it actually works really well and plays well with others. If you like orange marmalades, or you like your orange flavours, I wouldn't hesitate to pick this up. I believe if you use this quite low, down at say 0.5% to 0.75%, with another orange, you can actually increase the sweetness of any orange that you add this to as an accent. You can use this right the way up to 4% in a recipe without it getting too strong and stomping over everything. But like always, using it as a main point in a mix. If you wanted it as a main flavour, I'd start it off at 2.5% and just build it up slowly, so that you actually get the taste that you want, so that the marmalade isn't actually the dominant flavour with everything else falling in behind it, which is what I believe the medium percentage is fixed at 2% on this, on ELA and also on ATF, because people are using it at 2%, so it actually falls in behind other flavours. So it is more of a filling as opposed to an orange marmalade with something. It becomes something with an orange marmalade. Right. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Support this channel by buying VS One Shots from BLCK Vapor. Remember, BLCK ships internationally at extremely affordable prices. Thanks for watching, guys.